Hi, I'm Graham Healy speaking to you today, and I want to talk to you today about the United Martial Arts Academy, the United Martial Arts Academy Australia. And you can find us on our website, which is www.unitedmartialartsacademyaustralia.com. Now, why join the United Martial Arts Academy? Well, if you have a look around at the various martial arts schools today, you'll find that many of them are run like what I call a Ponzi scheme. Now, if you don't understand what a Ponzi scheme is, have a look on our website, where I've got this video on the website, and you can click on to what a Ponzi scheme is through Wikipedia or Google it. Basically, a Ponzi scheme is a triangulation. So it's a pyramid system. Most of the martial arts organisations, or many of them, I won't say most of them, many of them are run like a pyramid system. In other words, you have at the top the Illuminati, or the master as such, and on the bottom ranks and going down the pyramid, basically you have many soldiers who are sitting in there at what I call martial arts Groundhog Day. Now, what that means is they're not learning a great deal. The reason why I can speak about this is because I've been through these various systems myself after 40 years of experience in not only boxing but martial arts in its various forms, especially Taekwondo, and I understand the system back to front. So those people out there who are locked in what I call martial arts Groundhog Day, with the promise of promotion and being paid little or nothing for many years, and just following the leader, whoever that leader may be. And if you discover that you're actually not, what would I say, you're not actually gaining anything, you're not getting the experience, you're not getting the education that you wanted, then I suggest that you have a look at our licence operation with United Martial Arts Academy. Now, I'll just describe two things. One, there's martial art recognition, whatever that happens to be, and basically that is whoever is at the top of the Illuminati, or I use that term because it's so common in the system, or at the top of the triangle, be they living in Australia or be they overseas somewhere, whether it be in Japan or Korea or China or somewhere like that, whoever they are, if they recognise you through a system, then that is your martial arts recognition through your lineage. As an example, I give an example on the International Self-Defense Association site, for instance, Bruce Lee. There's Ip Man, and then of course Bruce Lee was associated with Ip Man, and the various masters connecting with that. Now, if someone's practicing Kung Fu, for instance, that particular lineage of Kung Fu, and they can trace the lineage from Ip Man, look, there is good recognition in that. In Taekwondo, for instance, if you can trace your lineage back to General Choi Hong Hee, the founder of Taekwondo, the modern day founder of Taekwondo, because, you know, there's a lot of history in Taekwondo, Tai-Kwan, and it's merged in with karate, etc. But primarily modern day Taekwondo was founded by General Choi in the International Taekwondo Federation. And of course, I'm not going to go into Korean politics. However, after myself being in Taekwondo for over 15 years, I completely understand the system and how it works. And there are a lot of good people in Taekwondo, but unfortunately the roots of Taekwondo goes back to South Korea, and certainly certain elements of North Korea. And if you understand the whole philosophy or the whole history about Taekwondo, you will find that it's all about the unification of Korea, and even down to the patterns, etc. Now, I haven't got time to go into that here. Some people just follow a system and never understand what it's all about. but I can say to most of the Taekwondo students that you know, if you look to North Korea and understand the system up there, you will understand how Taekwondo has evolved in a very triangulated system. So in other words, it's a what I call a Ponzi scheme, where all the finances filter to the Illuminati at the top, and you're basically kept in the dark, and in many cases fed on BS. So if you want to stay in that system, great. Good luck to you, and you know, I'll see you in another 10 years and probably you've learned nothing. But if you want to come to a progressive system, and the reason why I say that is you already know my background by looking on this website. I've trained with the top masters in Taekwondo, and I've then merged those techniques, the skills and drills, into Healy's Freestyle Taekwondo, and I'm the oversight for the United Martial Arts Academy with my co-director Rob Phillips, who's also a qualified lawyer. Now, getting back to that first point, one, martial art recognition, that is important to a degree, depending on what you want to learn and who's actually the one teaching you. Whether or not they've been connected in with one of the original masters in Taekwondo, there would have to be a trace of the lineage back to General Choi. In Kung Fu, for instance, there would have to be a trace back to Ip Man. In various karate systems, a trace back to their Okinawan masters, perhaps, etc. Now, that isn't the be-all and end-all. But what I'm saying, as far as recognition is concerned, that legitimises a person's martial art qualifications. Now, we'll just keep that to one side. Martial art qualifications have absolutely nothing to do with your education qualifications, in Australia especially. And in Southeast Asia, Australia leads with the like sports coaching, certificates for and diplomas in sports coaching, personal training and what have you. We are well known for our education systems. I know there are a lot of other things not perfect in Australia, and I won't go into that, but our education system is recognised right across Asia, you know, Japan, China, especially Malaysia. Many of the Malaysian people have been educated in our universities. So you've got two things here. You've got recognition from martial arts side of the equation, and that can be very dubious at times, people writing out certificates from just paying for them basically, and the quality of what someone's doing in martial arts, that's a question mark as well. So you've got to have people who recognise what the quality of the self-defence is, who have actually got some sort of background themselves. Right, you understand that? Now on the other side of the equation, we've actually got the teaching, correct teaching qualifications, which are government recognised in Australia. Now, the United Martial Arts Academy recommends, and in fact endorses, education like Certificate 4 in sports coaching, specialising in martial arts, or Diploma in sports coaching, specialising in martial arts, and or Certificate 4 or Diploma in fitness, for instance. So it gives you a career path with it, which is legitimately recognised by the education facilities of Australia. So you've got a nationally recognised legitimate qualifications to teach. Now the problem is that you need both. You just can't have these days in the martial arts triangulation Ponzi scheme, which has gone on for quite many years, I'd say 20, 30, 40 years that I can remember. People say they're a qualified black belt, and I always ask, well, qualified in what? Who qualified them? And that's what you've got to ask. If you're a parent out there, you've just got to ask, is this person qualified to teach my child? Or if you're a student, is this person qualified to teach this particular system? And have they got the appropriate recognised government, Australian government documents that verify that they're actually a qualified teacher as well as a qualified martial arts or recognised. I'll probably better off use the word recognised martial arts instructor, because qualifications in martial arts, question mark, it's more of recognition of what you do and what system you've done. Now, as far as the United Martial Arts system, this is how it works. If you're an instructor out there and you've been living in what I call Groundhog Day in some martial arts system, be it Taekwondo or Kung Fu or whatever, with no disrespect to the systems, there are some very good instructors and there's some not so good instructors. Now, if you're unhappy with your present existence, this is how it works with us. You're not an unpaid volunteer like you are in many of these other systems, and we deal, our structure is legally correct. A lot of the other systems won't stand up to legal scrutiny, nor will they stand up to auditing from the Australian Taxation Office, because it's all under the table. It's all cash, no receipts and all this sort of thing. So you've got to be very careful with that. If you're investing in an organisation who's primarily laundering money, I'd be very careful. As a matter of fact, my co-director, Rob Phillips, not only was a professional soldier in the Australian Army, but also as a fully qualified lawyer. And we're very well aware of what's legal and what's not legal. So the United Martial Arts system simply will offer you this. Number one, we will give you a licence, or you purchase a licence at a very moderate cost. I'm the oversight, consulting oversight of the United Martial Arts Association, correction, the United Martial Arts Academy. And what I do is I impart my knowledge and background, which you can see that not only am I a fully credentialed 8th Dan Master, I have references from World Masters, 3 references on my website, also on the United Martial Arts Academy website, which gives me some lineage and connection to what I've done in the past, and therefore it's giving you that connection as well. So you can understand that. So I'm the oversight. Now, if you purchase a licence through the United Martial Arts Academy, it works like this. You've got your own business. You have your own ABN number. We do not interfere with that business. You purchase a licence so that we give you guidelines. The fees that we take are very simple. We take 25% of training fees. So in $100, you get 75, we get 25. Now just compare that with any other system where they get the lot, you get nothing, generally speaking. So we're very fair with that. You've got, as I say, you've got your own ABN number, you declare your income to the Australian Taxation Office, and that's how it works. In the meantime, we provide you with workshops and seminars to get the standards up of what we do. Now, there are 4 platforms in the United Martial Arts Academy, which, as I say, I'm the oversight of that. Boxing is one of them, and I'm saying light and friendly boxing. We're not training the next professional world champion, we're teaching people self-defense. Taekwondo, Healy's Freestyle Taekwondo, I no longer belong to any of the associations, although I am associated with a lot of the masters from Taekwondo. They know me for the last 25 years, but I'm running my own ship. I'm the captain of my own ship, and I'm the oversight to this particular company.